Is there a reason you might be doing this, or?
I'm at a... Are you pulling me over because I'm blocking traffic?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and pull you over then. I'll have you pull into the...
I didn't mean that.
I'll have you pull over into the BP lot, okay?
I didn't mean that. So walking up to a woman's car, you should have pulled me over. You're lucky I didn't have my pepper spray on me.
Karens are one of the more interesting creatures on this planet. Even though they tend to lack intelligence and problem-solving skills, the species tends to think that they are always in the right, and that everyone around them is wrong. No matter what the situation, they always think that they are superior. And due to this evolutionary flaw, Karens can land themselves in some sticky situations sometimes. Take this woman right here for example, a Karen who does not know when to stop talking. She was pulled over by the police for checking her emails in her car, and at first you might be thinking, okay, that sounds kind of extreme, I might be upset too. But she wasn't checking her emails in a parking lot, she wasn't checking them at a stop sign, she wasn't even trying to get a quick glance at a stoplight. She was parked in the middle of the road, stationary, checking her phone. And once she's confronted, she tries to get out of it by essentially saying that because she's a woman, a police officer should not approach her. So yeah, we're dealing with a real modern day genius here, as you can tell. Oh, and before we start the video, I would like to apologize for it looking like a 2003 skateboarding video. I don't really know what's going on with this cop's body cam, but it is not the best. But don't say you weren't warned. Please subscribe.
You're doing everything but drive this car. You've gone through emails, you've looked at pictures.
Okay.
Everything but drive the car. Okay, it's illegal.
Okay.
Is there a reason you might be doing this, or?
I'm at a... Are you pulling me over because I'm blocking traffic?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and pull you over then. I'll have you pull into the...
I didn't mean that.
I'll have you pull over into the BP lot, okay?
I didn't mean that.
What did she expect? She complains to a cop about blocking traffic and not being pulled over? Does she think that's like a get out of jail free card? Once you bring up the fact that you're blocking traffic, you just get to leave?
Hang tight. Pull all the way up, please. Thank you.
May I ask what else you're pulling me over for?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay, so then am I getting a citation?
Yes, ma'am.
Under Ohio State law, you can only pull me over for texting if there's another offense and give me a ticket.
Well, I've done this 20 years, and you're wrong.
This man just politely called this woman an idiot. I mean, come on, it's 2021. Essentially, every city in America has a law against texting and driving. Especially if you're just sitting in the middle of the road doing it, having people drive around you. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, how are you 30 or 40 years old and you actually think that's okay? I mean, it's actually kind of impressive that she's made it this far with a license.
I just
looked at it.
Well,
except for the city of Dublin.
You need to look up the city of Columbus, ma'am. This is the code I'm going to actually give you. It's 2131.44B.
Okay.
I'm actually going to give you a copy of the law today.
Great.
It is primary offense.
Just so you know, also walking up to a woman's car, you should have pulled me over. You're lucky I didn't have my pepper spray on me.
Every word she says, it just gets dumber and dumber. Let's go through this thought process. She would think that in broad daylight, a person coming up to her car while she's stopped in the middle of traffic reading her phone was an attacker, not a police officer, and she would not realize that in the time it takes for her to roll down her window, find her pepper spray, and then spray the person. Maybe a license isn't a great idea here. If you're that unobservant, you should not be on the road. And if you're that jumpy with your pepper spray, you should probably not have that either.
Scared the ever-living shit out of
If
me as a woman.
If you weren't going through emails,
Sir,
you would probably be more observant.
I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm telling you, as a woman, I'm actually shaking right now because you scared the ever-living shit out of me.
Well, I've made over 7,000 traffic stops, and I've never been pepper sprayed.
But I understand that, sir. But I'm telling you, as a woman, you made me feel unsafe.
Okay, so I'm not trying to downplay the fear of assault or sexual assault for women, because I know that's a very real and justified fear for a lot of people, but it's kind of strange how none of this came up until after she got the ticket. The timing just seems a little too coincidental to me. Like, she seemed pretty confident and not very shaken up when she was getting annoyed about whether she was getting pulled over or not.
Okay, I'm a public safety official, ma'am.
I understand that, but please listen to what I am saying, because you're not listening, because you're seeing this through the eyes of me trying to get out of a ticket, which I'm not.
Oh, you won't get out of it, yeah.
Sir,
I can assure you of that.
Sir, can I please finish my sentence?
Go ahead.
As a public employee, I am letting you know, as somebody who pays, who is a person who pays your salary.
What point is she trying to make here exactly? Is she saying that she's afraid of the police in general? Because I mean, okay, fair enough. I've never dealt with a cop who wasn't an asshole, or him being a man approaching her car scared her. Because if that's the case, I feel like the fear probably would have subsided by now. I mean, like once she realized it was a cop and she was parked in the middle of the street, it seems like she would have realized the situation. I don't really understand what's happening here.
Sir, please.
No, I'm no longer going to listen to you. I'm no longer going to listen to you. I'm going to give you your driver's license back. What you are being cited with is texting while driving.
Great.
I gave you a copy of the law. You're going to have three options.
Can I please have your badge?
Your first option, it's going to be right here, ma'am.
See, like it seems like once she realizes that the ticket is definitely going to happen, her demeanor changes right back to how it was when she first got pulled over. She's no longer on the verge of tears anymore. She just seems annoyed now.
It's K. Connor, badge 1300. It's at the bottom of your citation. No, ma'am. All I have to do is provide it to you. It's on the bottom of your citation. So you're going to have three separate options. I won't give you your options then. I need your signature. Your signature is not an admission of guilt, but I do need your signature because it's an arrestable offense if you do not.
I can't believe that you won't even listen.
No, as soon as you said, I pay your salary, that we're done.
But, sir, I'm
done.
trying to tell you
We are
so
done.
that you can do your job better.
I've done my job 20 years, and I'm protecting the
get that.
public from you reading your emails while you drive your car.
Well, that
Drive
hasn't
safely now.
existed for 20 years.
Wow, what a way to end this confrontation. She can't take a little bit of wit, she takes that seriously. She actually says that hasn't existed for 20 years. Modern day Einstein, folks. I've said this in probably like 20 of my videos, but I just do not understand how people get to this point. This woman is clearly in her 30s, maybe even 40s, and she honestly thinks that she's the victim when she's sitting in the middle of traffic on her phone. I mean, seriously, how do you get to a point where you think that is okay as an adult? It just does not make sense. I mean, do you know how long you have to be sitting still, not only for a cop to drive by and notice, but for the cop to see it as somebody sitting still, and then to be able to recognize that you're reading emails? I mean, there's a parking lot like 5 feet away. This entire situation was beyond preventable. Must have been an email from God himself. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and walk on over to that subscribe button, and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.
As a public employee, I am letting you know, as somebody who is a person who pays your salary,